the underdog moneyline parlay, like I said last week, painfully close to a huge ticket. We've already hit a 200 to 1-to-1. Was close to adding 180 to 1 to the ledger.
They just freaking made a penalty.
If Sampdoria or if you just
if I would just pick
stuck to your guns and pick Majorca on the island.
You know why I didn't do it is because the week before I put them as my favorite pick in Spain, and they just got absolutely dismantled by Sevilla. So I was like, I don't know if I can do that to listeners again. So, but it's on the island.
These listeners have been through a lot with us, BJ.
Yeah.
They would have understood.
I know,
and they would have been there with you.
Somebody tweeted us and was like, need to take the underdog parlay tickets separately, which we also do recommend. Like, throw a little bit on. Like, I put $5 on the parlay every week, and then kind of just throw more on the actual underdogs that I like because of you're probably not going to win all three, but if you hit one, it's a hell of a weekend. So like Gladbach or Bournemouth,
and this one will be a hell of a weekend too. It's going to end up being a pretty big ticket here. You two both have an underdog at the same price. BJ, you can go first.
Yeah, I just spoke about it. Osasuna playing against Sevilla. This is a really bad spot for Sevilla. This is going to be their 5th match in 15 days. I still don't believe that the Sevilla team has suddenly changed just because they pasted Elche, Cadiz, and Mallorca at home. I watched a lot of the second half against Vallecano. Vallecano just time and time again was threatening their penalty area, and Sevilla was providing nothing in transition offense. So for an Osasuna team that's beat them twice, that is very, very good defensively, this is a really nice price at plus 340. So Osasuna plus 340 for me.
I'm taking Union Berlin. They're 8-1.
I love it too.
Against Bayern Munich.
Just lean in on it.
Yeah.
If like Leipzig last week or 2 weeks ago, 4-1 against Leipzig, easy money.
Yep. With a penalty and a bunch of other weird fluky stuff. But who cares, right? It's just all that matters.
They're 8-1 and they're the best defensive team by expected goals and big scoring chances in this league. And they're in second place.
And they held Bayern to 1.5 expected goals in the previous meeting, right? Like that's, and I wouldn't look, Michael, that's Bayern's 3rd worst offensive performance in the Bundesliga this season.
I think their worst was Saturday.
And I think that this is an angle I talk about in hockey or in other sports too. Like when a team loses a game like Bayern did over last weekend against Gladbach, the natural reaction is, they can't lose 2 in a row. So the price gets inflated. And this team can lose 2 in a row. And they can do it because they played a team, 2 solid teams. And they're playing another one. They're playing a team that's in second place that has incredible defensive numbers. And yet they're 8-1. I know the spot's not great, but I'll take Union Berlin in a huge match in the Bundesliga. Man, imagine they are able to pull this one off. Oh. It just would be hilarious to watch that league really devolve into chaos for the first time in quite a while. Anthony, what are you sprinkling in here?
Torino plus 340 in the Turin derby. It's not till Tuesday, so if we do hit the first 2 legs, it's going to be an excruciating 48 hours. But we're not going to do a pod Sunday, so I'm using Torino here. I mean, like, I'm just higher than the market on Torino and lower than the market on Juventus. Torino does a really excellent job pressing. Juventus doesn't press. I think from a stylistic matchup, they can disrupt Juve's possession. Juve will not be able to disrupt Torino's to the same extent. And so I like Torino in the matchup, in the spot. And give me Juric to get the better of Allegri. I'll take him over Allegri any day of the week.
So that's Osasuna, Union Berlin, Torino. 173 to 1 is your final tab for that parlay. Feels pretty good.